and West Georgia, how you see this one setting up?
Well, I don't know. They're going to be very equal. I've said this about 4 times today.
That's all right. You've been right, too.
They're going to be very equal. I think, your lower seeds get so fired up. Maybe more so than your higher seeds.
Right.
Harding's had a tremendous year. A lot of kids been in the program 4 years. It's their senior year. They're playing with great heart, great courage. I saw them play one time, and I love the way they play. And then West Georgia's got excellent talent, and on a given night beats anybody. So should be the fourth of 4 great games today.
How you holding up, buddy?
I'm doing good.
All right, you're doing good. You're smiling. We're going to sit down and get this one going for you.
AA got into the game. Boy.
Oh, I know. He's fired up. He was saying, you gave me a dog game yesterday. I said, I gave you the better one today. No. Well, we got one team to decide who's going to complete the semifinals, as West Georgia and Harding University are ready to go at it, and the starting lineups for Harding and West Georgia here at DeSoto Civic Center in South Haven, Mississippi. And it should be a good matchup here, as Coach mentioned. We've had some outstanding play, just coming off a great game, as UAH had to fight off a pesky Arkansas Monticello team. And Harding on the season, 16-12, 8-6.
Let's add pesky and well coached.
Pesky
Boy, they
and
did
well,
a good
I
job.
tell you what.
And they knew their roles. They
Yep.
knew who to go to. Farmer was he was an all-tournament caliber player.
Wow.
Boy, he did a great job.
Yeah, he really did. And for those people that were, didn't get a chance to watch that game, hopefully you'll tune in tomorrow, because for a basketball coach, it's beauty in motion, isn't it?
It is.
Yep.
It is fun to watch.
Yep. We're underway in this one. West Georgia in the road blue uniforms, and Harding in the home white, and we are underway to see who will complete the semifinals tomorrow on the men's side. Cummings had a chance inside, got his own rebound, missed it, and finally pulling it out of there is Kevin Brown.
See a lot of the same West Georgia motion that coaches run for a number of years. I think that Harding has improved in the post area also. I think having seen them, I think Porter's really doing a good job for him this year.
Traveling violation. Well, that's one of the things, Steve, that's so nice, and you add the insight when we come back and we see a lot of the kids that return, and then you see them even better. That shows that you got good kids and you've done some good coaching.
Exactly. And so many of the guys for Harding are 4-year guys, and so like the Huntsville guys. Nice play.
Yes, it was. Gavin Field, a 6'7" junior. Australian. He got the slam dunk, and right back at the other end is Kevin Brown.
Well, we've been sitting here for 4 years watching Kevin Brown play.
I was going to say.
He is a warrior. He is a great player.
He's out of Hughes, Arkansas. Averages almost 14 points a game. There's a little follow away by Deron Sims. First team all GSC. Both teams playing aggressive man-to-man. Spencer had it. Now swing it into the deep corner on the left to Sam Brown. Blake runs into traffic, kicks it back on the wing.
Nice job.
Yes, it was.
I just want to, all the folks that are watching out there, I really want them to watch Stephen Blake. He's everything that everybody says. He's too slow, he's too short, and everything
He
else.
just wins.
He just wins. It leads the conference in three-point field goal shooting, and fun to watch.
Yes, he is. Here's a three deep in the corner from Godfrey, doesn't go. Well, I had that problem too. Too short, Not quick. That's why I was a kicker. Oh, there's a three off the right side. Sam Brown out of Little Rock knocks that one down. Well, there, Blake almost got a piece of that one. 8-4 Harding.
Wow.
Whoa, from the outside. How about Gavin Field?
Wow.
Got a dunk earlier, then he hits a three.
Follows a dunk up with a three.
Whoa. Went off the head of Kevin Brown, and now Harding will set. Tough shot with the left hand. I think that it looked like Spencer maybe was hoping for a foul in there. And here comes West Georgia right back. Wow.
Head shot there. I'm
Yeah,
not
it
sure
was.
what he was doing.
I don't know either. Harding has a 1-point lead. Just underway in our final semifinal game here, or quarterfinal game to set up the semifinals tomorrow in the Gulf South Conference. And I think that's going to be a rebound foul on Kevin Brown, it appears. Harding quickly with a substitution. Hayden Johnson, 6'6", 215-pound freshman out of Phoenix, checks in. So West Georgia will bring it up, down by one. Oh, nice drive and a better block. Brown knocked Godfrey's shot away, and then a travel. Well, you know, Brown gets from one side of the court to the other rather quickly, and he can get up.
Brown has had, in my opinion, a Hall of Fame type of career at Harding. He's been that good a kid and that good a player for them.
Boy, when you get one like that that's around for 4 years as a coach, and when you got an anchor, you know that's got to make things a little bit better.
Exactly.
Spencer, now they reverse it to the left to Sam Brown. He can't get it to go. And Deron Sims comes out with a rebound. You got a Deion Sims and a Deron Sims in the starting lineup for West Georgia. So we can't say Sims. Well, I guess you could. You can't be wrong. Here's Deron with it. And Deion Sims missed the shot, and he chases down his own miss. This one is blocked inside. That was Hayden Johnson, I think, that blocked it. Kevin Brown backs his way in. Yes, that's tough to stop.
Knew he had him one-on-one.
Yep.
Backed him in, got what he wanted.
He sure did. That's 4 points for Kevin Brown already. Sam Brown has 6. So they have accounted for all 10 of the Harding points. Excellent. And very nice fake. Deron Sims. He's out of Oakland, California, junior college transfer. Will stop on the run and with the friendly bounce. Sam Brown.
Pretty good crowd for Harding over there.
Yeah, it really is. They've been excited about it. Yep.
Yeah.
And we have our first TV timeout. And Coach Cooney's going to have an opportunity to talk to the officials during the break. We'll be right back with Harding leading West Georgia 12-9.
UAM a special place?
I knew UAM had one of the best nursing programs in the state. I wanted a small school environment where I'd have more one-on-one time with my professors.
UAM is affordable, and it's one of the few universities that offer undergraduate research opportunities for freshmen.
I came to UAM because it's close to home and small enough that it's real easy to make friends, and that's important to me.
UAM, changing lives one student at a time.
You're coming off a Gulf South Conference championship or just visiting Memphis, why not relax at the Hampton Inn in South Haven? The Hampton features spacious guest rooms with complimentary high-speed wireless internet in every room. Our free hot breakfast gets you off and running every day, whether in our conference room, fitness center, outdoor pool, or GSC playoff. And when it's time to relax, return to our award-winning Cloud9 bedding. Proud member of the Hilton family where you can earn points and miles, and you're backed by our 100% Hampton guarantee.
A destination campus.
Midway between Atlanta and Orlando. Valdosta State University.
12,000 students and growing.
Over 95 challenging degree programs.
Faculty who care. New Sweet Style Living.
Championship teams.
That's it. Yep. Back to action here at the free throw line. Number 22, Sam Brown.
It started off hot.
Yep. He averages 8 points a game. Sam's got 9 already. Senior out of Little Rock, 6'1", 160. And Harding leads by 4, 13-9. And here come the Wolves on the attack. Deron Sims, that little jump hook, you're not going to stop that.
Wow, he'd get that all day if he wants it.
Yes, he can.
Nobody do anything with that.
Nope. Deron Sims with 6. Little trap here, Coach. Johnson broke through it. And now Stephen Blake will get it back between the circles.
Quick shot.
Yep, quick shot in the corner. And Hayden Johnson couldn't get it to go. Deion Sims back the other way. Nice block out underneath that time by number 10, Bradley Spencer for Harding. Whoa, wow. I think that's a hook.
He was making sure. Watch him position himself. Oh, yeah. He made sure that guy's shot didn't get off either, didn't he?
Yep.
It'll be 2, but it won't be 3.
No, it won't. Lance Cannon came into the game after the television timeout, and he's at the line and hits the free throw. 6'6", 205-pound sophomore forward from Crystal City, Missouri. And Cannon gets 1 out of 2. There's Sims again. Boy, I tell you what. 4 for 4 from the floor. Got to look over this press. What a nice little bounce pass by Blake to get through it.
Excellent. Yeah, they're in a little 2-2-1 3-quarter trap. And then they drop back into man-to-man. We've seen somebody else do that, and we talked about how tough that is to do. Sometimes you can't find your man quick enough, and it hurts you.
Weston Jamison is also in, number 14. Ooh. Good rebound underneath. How about Lance Cannon coming in?
Cleaned out under there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Boy.
Well, he's got pretty, I mentioned 6'6", 205. He's stout. And a nice steal by Bradley Spencer. Sims will try to stop it. How cool was that?
Excellent play. Took him across the glass. Rim. I love that.
That rim's a good defender, isn't it?
Really
good screen.
It really is. That was great.
Very well done. Harding leads it by 5. Sims comes right back.
He finally missed one.
Yep, that's his first miss of the game. He made his first 4. And Harding with the 5-point lead and the possession. Stephen Blake, the senior out of Greenbrier, Arkansas. Oop, right, a little too tall for Blake to handle, and maybe a little hot as well. Well, I'm really happy for you because, Forrest, you got your Dr. Pepper over there.
Things are better.
Oh, things are much better, are they?
Yeah, I'm getting my fix. Yeah. Uh-oh.
John Barge, 21 in the lineup now for West Georgia. He had it just a moment ago, nearly lost it. Now he has it back. Spins through the lane, can't get it to go. And Jamison goes in to get the rebound for the Bison. Well, both teams certainly have a purpose. They're running their offense very well.
Staying very patient, they really are. I thought that would have went in the air.
Yep. Shot clock at 10 now. Going to try to set a high screen and do. Got 3 to shoot and comes up just a little bit short from Cannon. 18-13. West Georgia trails, but the Wolves have the basketball. Just under 12 minutes remaining in the first half of this one.
Wow.
Oh.
Did it again.
Yep. Spencer, one end to the other. No, nice follow-up by Sam Brown. And at the other end, a block, but Sims, how persistent is he?
Oh, he stayed with it.
Wow.
Excellent job.
Deron Sims with the follow-up. And they're going to get an offensive foul underneath the basket. Substitutions now. And we're going to have our under 12 media timeout. 10:34 remaining in the first half here as we try to conclude the field for the semifinals tomorrow. 20-15, Harding over West Georgia. We'll be back.
At the University of West Georgia, we measure our success by our students' success. More than 100 academic programs prepare graduates for careers that help improve Georgia's quality of life. West Georgia provides a personal educational experience at the bachelor's, master's, specialist, and doctoral levels. Both in and out of the classroom, the University of West Georgia offers distinctive opportunities for growth that enrich the journey to graduation.
I chose Division II because athletes graduate at a higher rate.
I can stay closer to home and be an important part of the community. I chose Division II because I can double major
and take part in campus activities.
I chose Division II because classrooms are smaller.
Students have more time with their instructors.
And I can compete for a national championship. I chose Division II for all these reasons and more.
I chose Division II.
They've risen to the highest levels, achieved honor and success. And still, each of them calls the same place home. The UWA family for 175 years. The reason, there's something about this place.
Back to action here at the DeSoto Civic Center. Double team down on Deron Sims. He's going to try to go to the baseline anyway. Fall away shot, that was a tough one. I think he had shot in mind no matter what on that one.
I agree.
Look at that. Not one dribble. They moved it across the floor twice. And they get an air ball from the corner, though, however, from Sam Brown. Little lefty from the outside. That's Seljak. The big guy comes in, takes a shot, can't get any part of the rim. So Harding continues to lead by 5. And I think they're going to get Seljak on the foul. Yep. That's the third team foul, the first on the big guy. And the inbounds pass comes way outside to Jamison. Now they swing it to the left to Blake. Blake with a tough shot, and he'll go to the line.
I guess that's his first attempt, isn't it?
I think it is, yep.
They've cut him out pretty good.
Yep. He has a couple of assists, but his first effort. And now he'll go to the free throw line.
Where he is pretty good.
Yep. And he's nothing but net on the free throw. West Georgia going to bring in another player. It's Justin Cummings, 6'3", 180 senior guard out of Birmingham. And Gavin Field will go to the bench. 22-15.
Neither one of them touched the rim.
Didn't touch anything, did it? I bet he wears out some nets. What do you think?
I think he has.
Well, they tried to get it to Deron Sims, and the pass from Godfrey was too tall. That is the fourth West Georgia turnover.
I've just noticed that Godfrey has on a blue shoe and a red shoe. Don't know that I've ever seen that before.
I got you. It's very patriotic.
Very West Georgia.
Yeah, it is very West Georgia.
Pretty good trap right
yeah,
there.
Blake had gotten the trap, and he takes the timeout.
Good trap.
Yep, it was. 30-second timeout. You know, talking about two different shoes. Lee Corso, you know, works for ESPN.
Right.
He was my college football coach for 2 years at the University of Louisville. He's a little different, you know. We had some good teams, though. But he was a young head coach for us, and he, you know, let the hair grow long and all that stuff. We had American flags on our helmet, which was pretty cool. But he said, now everybody has to have a chance to be a little original. And he let anybody do what they wanted with their shoes. I mean, you could have purple shoes, you could have green shoes.
Right. Wow.
But keep in mind, he also, when we went to a bowl game in California, he rode on an elephant in the parade. So
did he really?
He's a guy that is. Matter of fact, I got to interview him on my golf show this past summer. He remembered me from a long time ago. Traveling underneath.
I don't know that I saw that.
I didn't either. You know, I got to tell you, Jeff Morgan's about as nice a guy you ever want to meet, isn't he?
He's fine.
A really fine coach, good person. He thinks a lot of you. Matter of fact, I talked to him before the game, and, you know, he just wanted to thank us for what we've done. Of course, I think everyone knows the Arkansas teams are leaving, but he appreciates what's been done. I know that. Sims with an offensive rebound, tried to get it the second time and couldn't.
Well, I can't see how Harding would want to leave because they're right in the middle of this conference. It's perfect location for them.
And you know what? You can probably, I've heard stories, and I've been there for a football game. I saw the basketball arena. I heard that place can rock.
It's the Duke of Division II.
That's what somebody else said.
It is great. They have the best home court advantage. Went over there one night, shot 60% and lost.
No, you're kidding.
I'm serious as I can be. They're great in that place.
But I know that I had so many people tell me, said, man, you got to see a basketball game in here. And I thought, yep, it's one of those places you got to move people back to throw it in bounds in it. 7 to shoot. And the 3 on the way, too strong from Sam Brown. And now West Georgia down by 7, a chance to cut into that lead.
You'll notice that Mr. Sims only shoots it when he gets it.
Yeah, you're right. Only when he gets it. He's 5 of 11 so far. He's taken 11 of the 24 shots. And now we have the under 8-minute timeout at 7:49. We'll take a break with Harding leading West Georgia 22-15.
If you're looking for a university designed around you, look no further than Southern Arkansas University in Magnolia. What you'll find are a lot of choices. SAU offers more than 60 undergraduate degrees, 13 graduate programs, and more than 80 student organizations to participate in on campus. In the classroom, you'll find the one-to-one attention you deserve with a low 19-to-1 student-teacher ratio. Let us provide you with all the elements you'll need for a well-rounded college education. It's time for you to discover a university designed around you. Southern Arkansas University.
Need a high-quality place for a long-term stay in the Memphis area? Avoid the traffic and hassles of downtown by staying minutes away. Marriott's Residence Inn in South Haven, Mississippi. You'll find full kitchens, large-screen TVs, and high-speed internet in every suite, complete with our full hot breakfast buffet and evening manager's reception. Relax in our outdoor pool or work it out on our basketball court and exercise room. The Residence Inn, South Haven, Mississippi.
Action here at the DeSoto Civic Center in the Gulf South Conference. With the coach, Steve Reeves, I'm Don Russell. Glad you joined us. Steve's working on a quadruple header today, my friend. Just like Ernie Banks. Let's play 4.
Let's play 4. I'm just going to play 2 tomorrow.
Okay, well, that's all you got to do.
Uh-oh.
Look at Blake. He was, please. It's too late for the bank to be open.
He may be a banker's son.
Yes,
yeah.
he could be. 25-15 Harding. And a steal, and they're going to get a reach in on Kevin Brown. You know, both of these teams have really taken pretty good care of the ball, considering, you know, we played about 13 minutes.
They've been very deliberate.
Yeah,
no
very
fun,
deliberate,
sure
yeah. Seljack goes out of the lineup for West Georgia. And Cummings is back in. Cummings trying to go to work, and and they gonna get Sims on the push. They're on Sims. That's 2 on Sims.
A little heckling going
Yep.
on behind.
Well, we saw an example earlier where you got to tune all that out.
This is exactly right. That official teed him up so quick.
Oh my gosh.
That was something.
Yep. Blocking foul as Kirk Porter tried to take it in.
I saw Porter play earlier in the year. I was very impressed with how he had improved. I thought his post moves and things were, which is a credit to their program, but was very, very much improved, very solid. He and Brown give them a nice duo.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. And again, yeah, I think it's pretty obvious what we've seen. Kevin Brown plays a much bigger on the floor than 6'4", too.
Yeah, plays more like a 6'6", 6'7" kid.
Yep. And missed them both. Sims, they tried to double team him as Blake was helping out a little bit. Now Sims takes it. And there ain't no doubt where he's going to go, is there?
Not at all.
Now he's on the defense. I don't know if I might be trying to get a third on him.
Wow.
And a good strong rebound, and they're going to get Blake for trying to go and get it. And
Jamison, I think.
Oh, was it? It was, you're right. That's why you're the coach and I'm the knucklehead.
Well, they are very similar looking.
I'm a knucklehead. 25-15. Harding with the lead. West Georgia now only 7 out of 26. 26%, and I think they hit like 3 of their first 5 shots. So they're just having trouble. Sims is going to turn around and knock this one down in the lane. They're on Sims with 12. And there's that press we saw a little bit earlier. Boy, they handle it well, didn't they?
They came up into that middle.
Look at that.
Nice step.
Out on the wing for the 3. And Blake goes in to get the rebound.
They left him alone. Oh, he tried to bank it again. Did you see that?
He did.
He sure did. And he missed that layup, and he missed it again.
And Sims gets the rebound, and they're going to tick it Hayden Johnson. You don't get too many more better opportunities than that, do you? I think it might have been because Sims was just there. And
they just missed 2 layups and some free throws. Could have put this game out to 10, 11 points.
Yep, easily. Yep.
This motion is so much like, of course, Coach was assistant to Ed Murphy, and this is the old funky 5-man motion we used to call it. It was hard. You had to chase. It was tough.
Yep. Sims with the shot.
Wow.
And a whistle and a foul underneath. I thought I heard a whistle again, didn't you, earlier?
I really did.
I think that's what Coach Cooney's talking about.
Is that what he's looking for?
Yeah. Well, I tell you, Murph was one of a kind, huh?
Thank goodness. Mighty good basketball
yeah,
coach.
really
He
good
really
basketball
was.
coach.
And a funny guy.
No
if
question.
you ever got to spend time around, he's just hilarious. Yeah.
We were doing a West Georgia football game this year in their new football facility, which is incredible. And I'm looking at the box right next to us, one of the suites.
Yeah.
Look over there, and I saw a couple big old legs and feet up there. Somebody pokes his head down, and there's O-Ed right over there. Up there big time.
There was probably a beer in there somewhere, too.
Yeah, there might have been. But I looked over, and he just waved. He was just laying back in this padded seat. Man, he was good to go. Boy, do a nice job. Isn't it nice to see the ball move without a dribble? Without anybody dribbling.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, what a nice
what I'm
move.
talking about?
Yep, you're right.
Much improved. He's
Very
a good player.
improved.
Yeah. Quick feet for a kid his size.
Took it right to the basket.
And I like the way, watch him hit and bounce to the right.
Yep.
Yeah, and avoid that charge.
Avoid the charge.
Very good job.
Yep. Seljack picks up the foul. That's his second. And he can't cap the three-point play, however. But a nice play nonetheless.
0 for 3 on that free throw.
Yep, he is. Long three, straight away, bounces around and dances on the rim a couple of times from Gavin Field.
Pretty good block out, Bob.
Yeah, it was.
And a nice cut.
Bradley Spencer had one in definite scoring range, but couldn't finish it off. And now we're going to have a foul the other way as Deion Sims took it to the basket. Foul's going to be on Matt Ragsdale, who's in now, 6'6", 220-pound senior from Bentonville, Arkansas. And a free throw. Good by Sims. A hometown product from Carrollton, Georgia.
I had to take a few digs on the radio on the last one. That farmer kid for Monticello was from Carrollton, Georgia.
Oh, really?
Boy, was he good. Oh.
Man, I'm telling you what, that might have been the best performance of the tournament.
Yes.
I mean, in terms of just flat scoring, boy. Well, Blake is a cool customer, isn't he? Just never seems to get rattled.
Now, if he was up in that barn of theirs, he would have shot that.
Yep, no
Look
question.
at him.
Look at that.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. Yeah, he's too slow and too little.
One of the greatest motivators, isn't it? You can't. Watch. This is Deion Sims. Blake goes down and a little slow in getting up. He took quite a bump. Was trying to pick up the charge, but I think someone behind.
Yeah, you can call it on him.
Yep.
They called it on Porter.
Yep. Media timeout, 3:25 remaining in the first half. Harding hanging on to a 9-point lead over West Georgia. We'll be right back.
I'm College Football Hall of Famer Ron McKinnon, and this is my history.
The heritage of UNA's football program is incredible. It was the caliber of that program and the academic caliber of UNA that gave me the foundation to write my own history. As an NFL player, and now as president of McKinnon Enterprises.
How will you make history?
Little replay here, Coach. What about your man, little too small, not quick enough play?
Crossed him over. Shot it once again. They used that rim as
Lloyd's back.
block him off.
I didn't know he was here. He's hiding over there. You see?
He's getting double time.
He's getting double time. Now, you know, if you got something free out of it, he'd be jumping around.
I didn't want to tell you that, but at 8 o'clock every night, Lloyd turns into a bison.
You know, we were talking about Murph. Coach Roten, West Alabama, told a story yesterday about Murph talking Lloyd and somebody else to come up and go fishing with him. Talking about this lake that had made it sound like the fish would just jump in the boat. And they were out there about 4 hours. There was one catch of about a 4-inch fish. And Lloyd looked over to Murph and said, "Murph, we better look out. The game warden's going to get after us for catching too many fish here." Said, "Ain't get a nibble." I want to see Murph in a fishing boat. That's what I want to see.
That's a big boat, yeah.
Oh, we love you, Ed. You know that. 29-22.
Uh-oh.
Blake's wide open. Oh, what a nice follow-up by Ragsdale.
Oh, the bench is coming in doing a good job for him. Very good.
Yeah, Ragsdale is a solid 6'6", 222. Here's Sims backing his way in. Now it goes to Dion Sims from Duran. And Dion Sims gets the basket. He has 8 points. The bounce pass against the press.
They're really handling it
well. They have. There hadn't been much of a factor at all. And then they have the presence of mind to set up things as they... There's Ragsdale again. You know, this kid was pretty good in the past. He's a senior. He seems like he's gotten a little more meat on him. He seems a big kid.
You know, they're doing a good job with Brown on the bench.
Yep.
He's their inside force, but the kids out there right now are doing a good job.
Good jump out from Ragsdale on the screen attempt. And did a good job defensively there. Kept his hands straight up, and now Bradley Spencer races it across the line. Look at Ragsdale. You know, he's a pretty good post-up guy in there. And Blake going to work a foul out of West Georgia. And a 33-24 advantage for Harding.
2 shot.
Yep.
Yeah, 2 shot. Yeah, it's fixed to go out to 10, maybe 11.
Blake going to look for his 8th point as 3 assists and 3 rebounds at 5'8".
Taking his time about getting there.
Yeah, he took a pretty good bump. Boom.
Nice shot. Little gym rat.
Little
shot,
no
all
question.
the time.
I bet it was, "Daddy, let's go to the gym. If not, I'm going."
That's great.
Love to see that, too. Of course, you know, my father lived to be 95, and he played basketball when it was a little man's game, and they had a jump ball after every possession.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
He left me a picture of his high school team that went to the state tournament in Lexington. That was the big deal. They stayed at people's homes.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, isn't that cool? Blake. And he's going to go
back to the line.
Back to the line. Matter of fact, I know people probably think I don't have any shoes on. Actually, I do. But their uniforms during the year were overalls, cut off overalls.
Wow.
And they raised enough money to get some uniforms when they went to the state tournament. Moreland, Kentucky. I don't know if he's going to touch the rim today on those free throws.
He hadn't touched it yet. It kind of hit the back
got a little bit of the backboard.
It was a little off.
We're going to have to practice a little more. 37-24. Harding with the lead over West Georgia. Gavin Field. Cummings. And I think somebody was hanging on.
Oh, Spencer's playing so hard on defense.
Didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
Weston Jameson's going to get the foul, number 14. That is his second foul. At the free throw line, number 24, Justin Cummings, senior out of Birmingham. And he touches nothing but the bottom of the sack there. Now we get Brown back in the lineup, but you're right. Boy, that gives Coach Morgan some options, doesn't it? Bringing the bigger guys in. And
very much. He's got 4 guys he's playing in the post, not counting Brown.
Right. Nice touch at the line by Cummings.
Yeah,
they're
hitting their free throws. They're 7 for 8, and that's keeping them in. They're not making enough field goals. That cuts it to 11, but without their free throws, it'd be tough. 9 for 33 from the floor for West Georgia.
Yeah. And like I said, I think they hit 3 of their first 6 shots.
That's right.
And then got the young ones here all painted up. Well, that little girl saw herself on the big screen. She'll be a star from here on out. The camera will make you do funny things. Glad you joined us in the Gulf South Conference, recapping what happened today in the quarterfinals on the men's side. Arkansas Tech with a relatively easy win against UNA. Delta State had Valdosta State pretty much done, but BSU, give them credit. They came back and won, and now they're going to be rematched from the championship from last year with Arkansas Tech, and UAH with a big win against the fine Monticello team, and there's a 3-pointer by Hayden Johnson in the corner. But see, that's a 6'6" guy he can bring out on the wing,
I was going to say, when those big guys start knocking down threes, you're in trouble.
Yep.
That spreads the floor so much.
Less than a half minute to go. Shot clock and the game clock pretty much identical.
Yeah, they're taking it down all the way. One last time.
Better get moving here. 6 down to 5 against Blake goes Sims, and he got it. That was pretty nice.
Nice shot.
Very nice job by Dion Sims, as he'll go to the locker room with an 8-point first half. It was Deron Sims early. And hopefully we'll get a chance to talk to Coach Morgan before he goes to the locker room.
There he is.
He's on his way over to talk to our Kobe Ridge right now. Take it away, Kobe.
Thanks, guys. We're here with Harding head man Jeff Morgan. Now you guys had doubled them up in points in the paint. So you guys are really getting done in the low post.
Well, we're doing a good job attacking the glass. We get our opportunities, and both off the dribble and getting it to our post guys. And that's been kind of one of our things all year. And but they're killing us on the boards. We got to do a much better job on the boards.
Yeah, 10 guys have seen minutes for you in this game so far. Is your depth really giving them fits so far?
Well, I don't know. Maybe that'll be a dividend for us at the end. But we got a couple of guys in foul trouble there, picking up their second foul. But our guys off the bench have come in and done a great job.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck in the second half.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Don?
Okay, thank you very much. Good job over there, Kobe. And it's 40-28 as Harding has the lead over West Georgia at the half. And we'll be back and hopefully have a special halftime guest in just a minute. We'll be right back.
It can happen in an instant. The realization you have found exactly what you wanted. That you are surrounded by the right people. That the discovery you have craved is there for the taking. And in that moment, you will know that this is your time. This is your place. Delta State University. Join in, stand out.
GSC fans and all visitors should feel right at home at the Fairfield Inn, South Haven, Mississippi. Spacious guest rooms, comfortable beds, free wireless internet, and a great complimentary breakfast make this family-friend inn the place to stay. Work out in our fitness room, relax in our hot tub, or spend the day at more than 100 stores within a half-mile radius. And when it's time to eat, there's everything from sushi to pizza nearby. Family-friendly and moderately priced, the Fairfield Inn is ideally located off of I-55 and Goodman Road.
NCAA Division II has much to cheer about, as nearly 100,000 student athletes compete with passion and pride. And I'm pleased to share the best news of all. Student athletes are outperforming the rest of the D2 student body in graduation rates. Just another reason why you'll hear us say with pride, I chose Division II. Learn more at d2sa.org.
Whether it's business or pleasure, GSC fans know that the place to stay in South Haven, Mississippi is the Courtyard by Marriott. Immaculate rooms with free wireless high-speed internet, large workstations, and plush bedding will help you wind down and get ready for a great night's sleep. And be sure to socialize in our renovated Lounge Lobby Business Center. Long day? Work it out in our exercise room or take a dip in our indoor pool. Beautiful indoors and out. At Courtyard, it's always a new stay.
Welcome back here with this Steve Reeves, and I've got Lenny Acuff going to visit with us a few minutes for our halftime guest. And Coach and I have known each other most of our lives and have battled a lot of times, and so there's no telling where this conversation will.
Well, but when we battled, Steve, the thing was I was always on the bad end of it.
No, that's not true. That's not true at all.
I saw the other day they said something about Steve Reeves, the coaching legend, is going to be doing color. I said, you got that right. I'm glad he's not on that green and gold bench anymore.
I kind of like this, too. You know, I go back to the hotel and I go to sleep. And I actually get to sleep. You know, when I was in your deal, I stay up all night watching film. I couldn't sleep. It's terrible.
Miserable. Head hurts all day. My head was hurting so bad before the game. It's awful. But you know, it's that time of year where you did this a lot when you come over here. You either come and you feel like, well, we got one mulligan in the bag because you're probably in the regional. But you get here and you just want to win it.
Exactly.
You just want to win it.
Exactly.
And, you know, we've been to the finals twice and lost. And it's just, nobody understands how hard it is just to win one game over here.
Oh, it's unreal.
I remember one of your really good teams that Lincoln Memorial beat in the first game. And I thought, boy, they got a well of a team. And just to win a game, they don't understand. Because in our league, Steve, it's not quarterfinal games. It's 4 semifinal games because you get the top 4 from each league. Most league, one plays 8. In our league, one plays 4.
Right.
So it's tough.
Tell you perspective on that too is we used to come into this thing so many times having to probably get to the finals and possibly having to win it to get to go to the regionals. If we came in with 7 or 8 losses, something like that, 21-7, something like that, so many times, and we would kill ourselves in the semifinal ball game. I remember some games with Ed Murphy in West Georgia and some things, and we played our best. I mean, we played great to win and have very little left for the Saturday night final game. It's tough to do.
It is, and now, you know, they flipped that thing to Sunday afternoon.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we play tomorrow night at 7. It'll probably be 7:45 till we start.
Right.
And we're obviously going to have a very hard game no matter who it is. And I don't care who wins that game tomorrow night. You got to come back at 4 Sunday afternoon. That's a tough turnaround. And, you know, it's a great league. I'm sad to see, you know, it kind of going different ways, but you know, hopefully we'll get the ship righted, and there's some awful good teams still going to be left in the
Some very good ones, yes. Let me change gears a little bit. Have watched you coach for a long time, and I am still almost envious of the program that you have built where you are right now. I knew where it was. I played them a number of years. We used to try to get Huntsville on the schedule 3 or 4 times if we could. And you have taken that program and built it into one of the top, in my opinion, one of the top Division II programs in this country. And you've done it, and you've done it by getting kids. When you were in the Gulf South Conference, we always said it's a transfer league, and you had to get transfers. But, Coach, you've done it by getting freshmen and keeping those kids 3, 4, and 5 years in your program, and they become so good at your system. The other thing that I think is important, I ran a system at Delta State, but it was very much different from yours. But the system is important. I had to recruit for my system and get kids to fit my system, and then I had to go teach it. And I think that's what you've done. You've got a great system. I thought you might elaborate or say a little something about how I watched you back when you were coaching at Belhaven and where you are now. And then what's fun for me, Coach, is to come see you. I haven't seen you in a year. And now I see you doing little wrinkles here, little different things there. You put things in that help your talent and emphasize your talent, and you've done a great – and as your kids grow in the system, you can do more things.
Well, thank you for saying that. You know, you're right. When you were at Delta, I always thought your matchup zone was the best in the country. You know, it just, when you went to it, it almost just shut everybody's water off. And you did a great job of getting guys that played that way.
Right.
And by March, your guys were so good at it. They had an innate feel. But what we tried to do, you know, we thought when we went into Huntsville, I said we got to become a curveball and a fastball league. We can't line up and throw fastballs all night. I watched some games today, and I'm thinking, boy, I'm not sure you can beat them trying to play the way they play. They're just got better, more athletic.
Right.
And our situation is extremely tough academically. So we just dug in. And one thing that when I went there, Steve, a little bit like when you went to Delta, I didn't go to leave. I think you got to be willing to go through that process.
That's right.
And I grew up in Huntsville. Huntsville's home for me. So everybody'd like to have a chance to coach Division I basketball, but I said, hey, if I don't go anywhere, I'm fine. So I'm willing to walk through the fire a little bit. But you know, we've had some good teams. This is probably the best team we've had. We've got a great sophomore class with Campbell, Smith, and Baldwin. We got four of our top 5 scorers are sophomores and freshmen.
Wow.
And so, but we started 3 of those guys last year as freshmen, and they were able to do a good job of getting some good experience. But you know, it helps to have guys that can make shots. And you know, a lot of people think, well, we run Princeton, and we run some of the Princeton, but we're averaging almost 80 a game.
Right.
So we go up and down, and we got a great point guard. You know,
you really do.
I think he's the best in the country. I wouldn't take anybody for
He
him.
is super for y'all.
Yeah, and he started since day one. And since he's been our point guard, we're like, 70 and 12 or something. He's a winner, and he's a great kid. He broke the all-time assist record in Huntsville tonight as a junior. He still got a whole other year.
Wow.
And they used to have some great inning, and that was when they were inning high and played 100 games, a year.
Yeah.
But it helps. So we'll see. You know, I like our team, but you know, we're also, Steve, we also can be had by anybody too.
Well, anybody can.
Yeah.
But they better bring all their marbles that night, because y'all throw so much stuff at somebody, you're hard to prepare for.
Yeah.
And I really like that. It's unique. The Notre Dame boxing football was unique.
Yeah.
Your stuff is unique. You don't see that every day. Everything's slash and drive today. And y'all do a lot of that, but just out of different sets and things.
We try to disguise it. We line up, you know, I tell people when we run a lot of different things, but we line up the same way to get to it.
Right.
And so we may hit you with 3 or 4 things, but it's just subtle changes. But, you know, and it's not, a lot of times people think when you do this that, oh, that's the best way to play. There's 1,000 ways to play. And there's a million different ways to skin a cat.
Let me say something about that real quick. I sit here and I just sitting over here and smiling by myself. I say, somebody look at me and they wonder, what am I smiling about? But you've taught your kids how to play.
Yeah.
I love that. You didn't teach them how to run a play.
Yeah.
You taught them how to play, and that's fun to watch. They know when to take the drive. They know when the lane is open. They know when to back it out and set the pick, and when to flare and when to roll. Boy, you do so many good things, and I think that's a credit to your program and your staff, because you've taught your kids how to play.
Well, they do a really good job we talk about, we give them freedom within the structure.
Right.
And I don't want them to be robotical. I want them to, I tell them, don't ever forget about being a player.
Yeah.
If you got to play to go make it. But we do have somewhere, if it doesn't work, we can get to the next action.
Yeah.
So.
And your kids aren't selfish.
Stay with me. They having a hard time hearing me?
No. Get the coach real quick.
Okay. All right.
Wait, I'll give you. With that red light on, and I'll just fire away.
Thanks, coach. I don't want you to leave, though.
Are we
Thanks,
through?
guys. We're here with Mike Cooney of West Georgia. Now, you guys weren't able to shoot it well, but you were able to rebound the basketball in the first half. What did you say to the guys to kind of rally the troops?
That's the problem right there, is the shooting. I mean, we just got it. We got to score, and we had great effort. We got the ball downside, and we had tips, but it just wouldn't go in for us. And consequently, you shoot 30%, it gets an offensive firepower like Harding, you're going to be in for a problem. So we got to get the ball in the basket. Duran is going, Dion's starting to get going, but if we don't get Justin and Gavin involved in this game, we just can't score enough points to beat these guys.
Thanks a lot, Coach.
Thank you.
And thank you guys. Tomorrow.
Back to us. Coach A. Cuff, I just want to thank you for coming and visiting with me. Always fun. You and I could probably do this for a couple hours and kick this around, but this is fun. And Always impressed to see your kids play.
Thank you.
They don't.
You know how much I respect you.
They don't get to play like that without a world of instruction, and they're very lucky to be in a quality program. And it's I think it's the kind of program everybody in the country would love to have. Wish you the best of luck this week.
Thank you. We'll need it.
Good.
Thanks, Steve.
See
Appreciate you, buddy. Okay.
We'll take a break and be right back.
UAM a special place?
I knew UAM had one of the best nursing programs in the state. I wanted a small school environment where I'd have more one-on-one time with my professors.
UAM is affordable, and it's one of the few universities that offer undergraduate research opportunities for freshmen.
I came to UAM because it's close to home and small enough that it's real easy to make friends, and that's important to me.
UAM, changing lives one student at a time.
You're coming off a Gulf South Conference championship or just visiting Memphis, why not relax at the Hampton Inn in South Haven? The Hampton features spacious guest rooms with complimentary high-speed wireless internet in every room. Our free hot breakfast gets you off and running every day, whether in our conference room, fitness center, outdoor pool, or GSC playoff. And when it's time to relax, return to our award-winning Cloud9 bedding. Proud member of the Hilton family, where you can earn points and miles, and you're backed by our 100% Hampton guarantee.
A destination campus.
Midway between Atlanta and Orlando. Valdosta State University.
12,000 students and growing.
Over 95 challenging degree programs.
Faculty who care. New suite style living.
Championship teams.
The total university experience.
In Titletown, USA.
Valdosta State University. Simply a great choice.
Thanks, Lenny, again. Appreciate it. And Coach, back with you. I tell you, I enjoyed listening to you guys. I tell you, but you brought out so many great points with what Lenny has done, and I think as anybody that coaches or watches basketball, just like Jeff Morgan's done, all these coaches.
It takes years.
Yeah, it does, doesn't
to
it?
build that program that Jeff Morgan has over there.
Yeah.
It takes years to build that program that Lenny has. You don't just show up and go get you 5 or 6 guys.
Right.
It's building blocks.
Right.
And you add on and add on. And I know how hard it is, and I respect them so much for what it is. I did it for 20 years at Delta State. I had an all-senior team. We got beat. I thought it was a team we should have won the national championship with, and we didn't do it. We got beat. And I really hit the wall, and I said, I don't want to rebuild it again.
Yeah.
You know, it took me so long and so much, and I don't want to rebuild it again. And you have to reach that at some point in time.
Yeah, well, and made the great point with him about, building it with the young players and the 4-year players. And as he mentioned, 2 of the 3 of his top scorers are sophomores,
Still
right?
young?
Still
Yeah.
young, yeah.
Yeah, he's doing it the right way. It's great that he can do that.
Well, I appreciate you talking to him. I enjoyed that as much as anyone else sitting right next to you. Back to action here with West Georgia and Harding in the GSC quarterfinal game. The final one today that'll set up the semifinals for tomorrow. And Deion Sims, who's played well, comes up with a steal. And they're going to give him the hoop.
Wow.
And a foul.
Well, Mr. Brown's back in,
Yes.
and he looked a little stiff right there on that trip down the floor.
Yeah, he did.
Right then.
Yep.
And made an uncharacteristic turnover that he usually would not do.
And Sims.
And the way the guys on the bench are playing, he doesn't need to do too
No,
many of
that's
those.
exactly right. Yeah, really. He'll be over there sitting with the coach. Deion missed a free throw. He has 10 points. Deron Sims with 12. So all but 8 points have come for those 2 players. Harding again moving that ball around. It has not been dribbled once. There's a little dribble in the lane, little
Tough
hook.
shot.
How about that?
Tough shot.
Kevin Brown. He has 6, and it's 42-30. And on the run, Deion Sims right back.
West Georgia, it's very interesting as I watch their motion. They've got 11 and 3 are just, they kind of facilitate the motion. They pick and pass and cut and really don't look to score much at all.
Well, I guess that's why.
And you don't need, let me say this,
no.
You don't need 5 scores.
Right.
3's good. If you got 3, you got enough.
Here's Blake. Starts in, now he backs it out. Deion Sims on him. Shot clock at 9. Going to the baseline and a jam job.
Wow.
Kevin Brown.
I believe he's loosened up now.
I think he, yes. If he's not, that will loosen him up.
That was nice.
A jam job right to the baseline. There's Deron Sims. How many times do you think he's made that shot?
Yeah, he's pretty good at that. He's won a lot of horse games.
Yep, 44-34. Harding with the lead in the ball. Sam Brown couldn't get it. Deron Sims with the rebound gives it up to Deion Sims. Deion had it stripped away by Blake, but Stephen was out of bounds. Speaking of that, Matt Ragsdale, who had a solid first half with 4 points and a rebound, checks into the lineup now. He'll replace Kirk Porter. First foul of the second half on either team.
Another thing you notice about West Georgia is they're kind of a 7-man
Yeah, you're
team,
right. That's it.
Which is some of the best programs that's ever been in basketball.
Yep.
John Wooden was always a 7-man team.
That's exactly right.
Today's style is everybody playing a lot more kids
Yep.
and everything else, but walked right to that line, brought it back. That's nice.
Gavin Field was the guy that was able to get that hoop a moment ago, 44-37. Here's Blake on the dribble drive, little runner, doesn't go. Field tried to get the rebound, but it ends up with Harding. Kevin Brown in a lot of traffic. He's determined to get there, isn't he?
Pretty touch.
He went through red light and all,
They bailed him out by slapping it out of his hand.
Yeah.
Gave him a live ball again, yeah.
They did, that's right. He stopped his dribble.
Yeah.
46-37 Harding. And a travel this time against West Georgia. That was Justin Cummings committing the turnover. That is turnover number 6. There's only been 11 total turnovers in this game.
Nice job.
Yep. And Brown tries to go to the basket again, and he's fouled.
Came up to set the pick. You'll see it again. Watch him set the pick, and we call this slip the pick. Then he cut through the
Yep.
Generally, his defender is going to get out and help on the guy coming over the top of the pick, and then he loses position. There's no way to keep Brown from cutting to the bucket. So he goes in there, bluffs like he's going to pick, and then cuts to the bucket.
Oh, Kevin misses his first free throw attempt. Does have 10 points on 5 of 6 from the floor. Well, that was like the one I was talking about last night. That stuck.
Yeah.
47-37. West Georgia trailing. Run a little bit of a weave here, aren't they, Coach?
Yeah, a little 3-man. Looking for an alley to drive on.
And a tough shot goes down. How about Ryan Godfrey?
Yeah, it's really good to see him offensively exert himself like that.
And the first media timeout of the second half comes at 15:49. And that's the time left in regulation. We'll take a break with Harding leading West Georgia 47-39.
At the University of West Georgia, we measure our success by our students' success. More than 100 academic programs prepare graduates for careers that help improve Georgia's quality of life. West Georgia provides a personal educational experience at the bachelor's, master's, specialist, and doctoral levels. Both in and out of the classroom, the University of West Georgia offers distinctive opportunities for growth that enrich the journey to graduation.
I chose Division II because athletes graduate at a higher rate.
I can stay closer to home and be an important part of the community. I chose Division II because I can double major.
And take part in campus activities.
I chose Division II because classrooms are smaller.
Students have more time with their instructors.
And I can compete for a national championship. I chose Division II for all these reasons and more.
I chose
Division II.
Last minute. Yeah. So that's how good they are.
Well, we talked about the perimeter shot. That was one that Gavin Field hit. Has just have not been enough of those.
Right. Gavin had 2 quick buckets early in the ball game, and then we haven't seen much out of him.
At the free throw line will be Ryan Godfrey. He's another one of those 2 Australian players.
Oh, okay.
He's from Rockingham, Western Australia. And it's a 7-point game. West Georgia fighting right back in this one against Harding.
2-1-2 trap. Kept his dribble and backed out. It's a great thing for young kids to do.
Yep.
Don't pick your dribble up.
Pick that dribble up.
Smother it, back it out. It's great. Uh-oh.
Straightaway 3. Just got the front end of the iron. And it's a 7-point game, and here comes West Georgia. Deron Sims, first team all-league performer. Dion Sims, and Deron gets the follow-up. And it's a 5-point game, folks, 47-42. West Georgia with that trap again at the midcourt.
Then back into man-to-man. They're doing a good job of that.
And it's tipped away out of bounds. It'll stay with Harding. Hayden Johnson checks into the lineup, replacing Ragsdale. And also Weston Jamison. We saw both of them in the first half. Well, now I understand what Lenny meant about hit the basket and ran on the bus, because that's the Duke of Division II, right?
That's right.
Ed Harding. I love that.
Is right.
I'll have to remember that.
If you go over there and watch that whole wall sea of students bouncing, just like Duke does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, these 2 Australian kids are pretty talented.
Yes, they are. So the turnover gives it back to Harding. Harding's lead is 5.
That's where they want to trap.
Yep,
right
there in the corner toward the
skip.
timeline. Yep. There's Brown.
Yes.
Nice little dish down.
No
Good
foul.
block, though. A lot of contact. Blake can't get it straight away, and Field gets the rebound, and here come the Wolves. Have a chance to cut it inside of 5. And Gavin Field hit a Maggie's drawers there. Waved the flag. Didn't get any of it.
Mr. Field thinks he was fouled
I think
again.
he does. Come on, mate.
You bloody well know I was.
You know what they call the pretty girls over in Australia, don't you?
I'm scared to answer.
Sheilas.
Oh, okay.
Nice little group of Sheilas. I'm a plethora of knowledge in it.
Just an abundance, yes.
47-42, but a good one between Harding and West Georgia. Deron Sims tried to pick up the charge, and they're going to get their reach-in foul on John Barnes. Wouldn't you like to have $1 every time somebody flops?
Yes.
Gets on the floor. That's what makes the call even tougher.
Missed him.
Oh, had him, then he tried to a little too late, wasn't he, Coach?
Too late, yeah.
And again, West Georgia a chance to cut it under 5. And Godfrey missed his shot, but followed his own miss, and he'll have a chance to go to the free throw line. And Godfrey will go to the line for a couple of freebies. And he rolls it in for his 4th point. Stephen Blake will go to the sideline. Sam Brown back in for the Bisons. And Gottfried hits them both. 3-point game, Coach.
I don't know exactly. Their defense is picked up by West Georgia because all of a sudden Harding hasn't had a clean look.
No, they haven't.
And they're really doubling down inside well. Brown had the early basket or so and then nothing.
Harding's approaching 4 minutes without a field goal. Last one was at 16:34. Trying to change that right here, and it's on the floor. Kevin Brown gets it out of there, 4 to shoot, and a 3 from deep in the corner.
Big one from Mr. Brown.
Yep, Sam Brown hit that one. As the shot clock was running down, here's a steal, and here's Brown, and he can't get the jam, but he's fouled on the play.
That was scary.
Yeah, it was. Well, he's got a high gear too, doesn't he?
If we see, I'd like to see the turnover at the other end if they showed it. I don't know. The defender did a great job when all these players crossed these balls over out in front of them. And that defender just dropped his hand right down there and picked it up. And it's a great defensive thing that you don't see kids do, but they need to do it. When that offensive player tries to cross the ball over in front of him, drop that hand down and deflect it.
Kevin Brown misses the first free throw. He's 1 out of 3 at the line. Has 11 points, 5 of 6 from the floor, however. And he got this one.
Yeah.
Yep. So between Sam and Kevin Brown, they have 26 points combined. West Georgia seems to have more fluid offense when everything doesn't go through Deron Sims, doesn't it? A little more options.
Exactly.
Yep. I mean, not that anything's wrong with Sims, but
nice set play, brought the shooter off the double.
Deion Sims couldn't get that one to go. 51-44 Harding under the 12-minute mark in this one. Jamison kicks it out on the wing. Great ball moving again. Kevin Brown.
Nice shot.
He needs to move back to the top of the key to shoot his free throws, and he won't have any problems.
Kicked it back out to 10.
Yep, they
Good
did.
timeout. He's got to stay close.
Yep, Mike Cooney takes the timeout. And it's going to be a full timeout because it would have been a media timeout coming up anyway. So we'll take a break with Harding leading West Georgia here at the DeSoto Civic Center, 53-44.
I chose Division II because athletes graduate at a higher rate.
I can stay closer to home and be an important part of the community. I chose Division II because I can double major.
And take part in campus activities.
I chose Division II because classrooms are smaller.
Students have more time with their instructors.
And I can compete for a national championship. I chose Division II for all these reasons and more.
I chose
Division II.
They've risen to the highest levels, achieved honor and success. And still, each of them calls the same place home, the UWA family. For 175 years, the reason there's something about this place. On campus or online, the University of West Alabama.
A lot harder to find than what I did. We're going to see a replay of Kevin Brown.
Kevin Brown, nice stroke.
That
puts him about 6 for 7 from the floor. Yeah.
And he shoots it with confidence from the perimeter. This, by the way, if you didn't know it, is the home of the River Kings hockey team. And that's why
my feet are cold from the ice coming up through this floor.
Yeah. If you have any water, you don't need a cooler. Just set it down on the floor.
I'd like to know how many games Kevin Brown has played for Harding. He started since a freshman. I would bet he's at 110, something like that.
See if I can do a little research for you here.
As the officials do something over there.
Well, are they checking something or what?
Are they looking at a 2 or a 3 off that last shot from Brown?
Maybe that's what it is.
Must be, yeah. I know my old point guard, Scott Nagy at Delta State, played in 122 in college.
Wow.
That's a lot of games.
Jeez. He's played in, coming into the tournament. Well, this is his 90th game.
90th, okay.
59th start.
That's great.
Yeah. He's second in Harding in career blocks, 6th in field goal percentage, 9th in free throw percentage.
His coach told me that he's a young man that's overcome a lot of things.
That makes it even better.
Yes, just had terrible.
And they're going to get Kevin for a foul here. You know, I tell people all the time they don't understand that. I said when you participate in athletics, you learn so many things and how it becomes an outlet to help you in many ways. We'll continue that conversation as we'll take a break.
Okay.
11:14 remaining with Harding up 53-44.
If you're looking for a university designed around you, look no further than Southern Arkansas University in Magnolia. What you'll find are a lot of choices. SAU offers more than 60 undergraduate degrees, 13 graduate programs, and more than 80 student organizations to participate in on campus. In the classroom, you'll find the one-to-one attention you deserve with a low 19-to-1 student-teacher ratio. Let us provide you with all the elements you'll need for a well-rounded college education. It's time for you to discover a university designed around you. Southern Arkansas University.
Need a high-quality place for a long-term stay in the Memphis area? Avoid the traffic and hassles of downtown by staying minutes away. Marriott's Residence Inn in South Haven, Mississippi. You'll find full kitchens, large-screen TVs, and high-speed internet in every suite, complete with our full hot breakfast buffet and evening manager's reception. Relax in our outdoor pool or work it out on our basketball court and exercise room. The Residence Inn, South Haven, Mississippi. The place to rest and relax for all GSC fans.
Yeah, that's where I thought he was from. Hughes.
And there you saw the Bison over there running around. He was born in West Memphis. Yep. From Hughes, he played there. We're talking about Mr. Kevin Brown.
Well, we had some good ones from Hughes at Delta State.
No, I bet you. Here's Deron Sims trying to back his way in now. Think he's looking for that jump hook?
There it is. Money in the bank, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
What I can't figure out is why they go 8 minutes between jump hooks.
Right, you're right.
I mean, if you had Jabbar in there, you'd find it pretty regular,
Yes,
wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would think so. 53-46. Good movement again. 3-ball from the corner. Doesn't go, and Gavin Field has the rebound. It's a 7-point lead with 10:25 to go. We were talking during the break of how well these teams have taken care of the ball, too. Total of 14 turnovers. That's between the two.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Keep going to it till it till it breaks.
And it doesn't really matter where he's positioned to shoot it either. You notice that? You'd think, you know, even if you forced him to his left, but he's pretty good on either side. It's a 5-point game with 9:50 to go. Good one going on between Harding and West Georgia to complete the men's semifinals tomorrow. And there's Weston Jamison with the big three. That's his first points today. 56-48. Fields will try to return the favor. And they're going to get Deron Sims on a foul. That's going to be his third. That's a big, big call. Coach Mooney wanted to know what happened. Well, he's going to keep him in there with 3, I guess. He's got 20 other points. 20 points, 9 rebounds. A near steal by Godfrey. He got out in front of it momentarily. Blake takes it now on the right with a shot clock down to 8. Here's Kevin Brown. They're going to get him on the push off.
And maybe 4 on him. Yeah.
I think you're right. Yeah. That is his 4th foul.
Oh, gee.
Boy, that's tough. So he'll take a seat over there with Coach Jeff Morgan. Kevin Brown leads with 14 points, 3 rebounds, and an assist, but 6 out of 7 from the floor. Sims tries to back his way in. Now they reverse it to the right, and Fields takes it to the basket.
Fields has got really good skill.
Yes, he does. Gavin, good-looking kid. 6-point game now again. I think Coach Cooney made a recruiting trip to Australia.
No, I never understood how they did that. That'd be fun.
Blake takes it in now, circles it out. Ragsdale. The right side to Spencer.
Got him a good look.
Good look on the 3, but came up a little bit short from Jamison.
Wow.
That was one of the unforced turnovers. 7:51 remaining. We'll take a media timeout. We got a close one going on to close out the semifinal field for the men. Harding leading West Georgia by 6.
I'm College Football Hall of Famer Ron McKinnon, and this is my history.
The heritage of UNA's football program is incredible. It was the caliber of that program and the academic caliber of UNA that gave me the foundation to write my own history. As an NFL player, and now as president of McKinnon Enterprises.
How will you make history?
Mr. Field.
Smooth.
Yeah. Gavin, by the way, has 10 points and 7 rebounds. Leading scorer, Deron Sims, with 20 points, 9 rebounds, and 3 fouls. Kevin Brown and Sam Brown both have 14, but Kevin Brown on the bench right now with 4 fouls, with still 7:51 remaining. That's one of the things I had people ask me about. And I said, you'd have to ask a coach. When do you take the chance? You know, when a player has 4 fouls. You know you want to have them at the end.
3 or 4, you know, just however you feel in there. Yeah.
I guess a lot of it depends on the game, too.
Yeah, if you're up or down, too.
Right.
If you're playing good without him.
Blake whips it out.
Look at that play.
Yep, nice
Set
shot.
himself up.
Yeah, really, he did.
Threw it off the glass and went back. Nice job. Wow. I don't think they practiced that.
No, I doubt it. 58-50. Harding opens it up to 8 again. Deron Sims from the perimeter can't get it to go.
I like when Jameson's in the game, they play him at the point, and they run the shooter. They run Blake off picks to get him looks.
Going to get somebody for a legal screen, I think. It's going to be on Ragsdale, number 44, his second. So an 8-point Harding lead in the Wolves of West Georgia. Field takes it on the wing. And I think they got Ragsdale again on a hold or a block. Or 24, rather, excuse me. It's going to be on Kirk Porter. That's his 4th foul. And now West Georgia in the 1-and-1. West Georgia's only committed 4 team fouls. That could be a factor for a while. They've had 1 tie and 1 lead change. Other than that, Hardy's enjoyed the advantage. But there's not been a lot of separation between the two. Nice touch from Field. Gavin Field with 12 points, 7 boards. There's that pressure in the backcourt again. That's what you were talking about. Jamison running the point here. Now here's Blake.
Got to look.
And that time, Stephen Blake got a sneaker on the baseline. So the Wolves of West Georgia with a chance to cut it. Under 6 here. With 6:25 remaining. Winner of this game will take on Harding in the final semifinal game tomorrow. Take on Alabama Huntsville. Field straight away. Now he hits a 3.
That was big for West Georgia.
Yeah, it was.
3. Yeah.
So Gavin Field now with 15. I tell you, West Georgia has been scrappy tonight. And we got 3 players in double figures. Blake worked that foul out of him, didn't he?
He drew 2 shots there.
Yep.
Sure did. If they can, what you like to see on good ball clubs is that they generate something offensively every trip down.
Every trip, yep. That's the goal, isn't it?
This is what you spend your time and practice on at this time of the season.
Right.
Early in the year you can't, but as the season goes on, it's just like that red zone in football. You try to make sure that you get a post up or a foul. Somebody's at the line. You get a good look. Then you go home and sleep at night. If you don't do those things, then you didn't do your job.
Yeah. It's all about taking advantage of the opportunities. You're right. Stephen Blake now 8 of 8 at the free throw line with 13 points. Five-point game with 5.5 to go. West Georgia trying to cut it under 5. And Field, is he hot?
Same
Nope.
thing.
Yeah, same shot. And little Stephen Blake goes in to get the rebound.
He's a Skywalker.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
He's a good one, I know
He's a
that.
good basketball
yeah, he
player,
is.
yeah. You know better than to ever talk about somebody, they'll throw it away.
Yeah.
Last year, you and I would voodoo everybody on the free throw line. Every time they go to the line, we'd mess them up.
No one ever believes me either.
Well,
when
he's
that
5
happens.
for 5, and then we say something and bang.
And then you'll get when I was doing the Louisville games for years, you would do that, and that would happen. I have crazy fans call and say, "Stop saying that, because you know you're going to miss." I said, "Well, I'm trying to tell you that I didn't have anything to do with it." Oh, look at him Field. I tell you, he's pretty smooth, isn't he?
Good hops,
yep,
too.
Does. Yep. And Coach Jeff Morgan's going to take a timeout here as West Georgia right back in this thing, down by 3. And, of course, they've been in striking distance the entire time. Gavin Field now, he has 17 points, Coach.
He's played. He had the layup and then the 3 off the top, and then this tip in here in the last few minutes.
Yep. And, again, We talk about Deron Sims. He's the first team all-conference performer, averages 15 a game. And he has, in this game now, 20 points and 9 rebounds. But you have to credit Gavin Field and also Deion Sims adding that contribution as well.
That's their 3 shooters, all 3 in double figures, and the rest minimal. That's what we were saying. They got 3 scorers.
You're right. You hit it right on the head.
The other 2 make the offense run. They picked it up.
Yeah, they did. There's a shot in the lane. Got his own miss. Good job by Porter following up his own misfire. And Harding will go to the line with 4.5 minutes remaining and leading by 3. Boy, he's 0 for 4 now. 12 of 19 at the line, and this young man is 0 of 5. That one
was almost down.
Yeah, it had orange paint all over it, didn't it?
That means they'll foul him late game situation.
A 3 could tie for West Georgia. Oh. Field gives it back to his Australian buddy.
Nice.
Ryan Godfrey.
Boy, they're playing good.
Yes, they are.
Ball game, 4 minutes.
Yep.
I want to put him on the line. What was you thinking?
And I think John Barnes got popped in the mouth trying to defend Stephen Blake.
21. Got a 1-point ball game. You put the best shooter on the line 60 feet from the bucket.
Yep. Blake will stand up. Exactly 4 minutes remaining.
How about
and
that?
how about
Did
that?
It again.
That one's on you.
Sorry, Steven. Yeah.
Oh, nice move there. Barnes couldn't get it.
Good rebound by Brown, though. He's got to be the man inside for them right now.
No question. He's back in there playing with 4 fouls.
He took the other kid out who's playing so good but can't make a free throw.
Yep, that's right.
Knocked him down.
Oh,
Big
sure
time.
did.
Boy, what was he thinking? I don't think you could keep putting Stephen Blake on the line like this.
No, I don't think so either. Our TV timeout at 3:17 remaining. And we'll take a break with Harding leading West Georgia only by 1 at 60-59.
Happen in an instant. The realization you have found exactly what you wanted. That you are surrounded by the right people. That the discovery you have craved is there for the taking. And in that moment, you will know that this is your time. This is your place. Delta State University. Join in, stand out.
There we see the replay here, Coach, and that was Fields earlier.
Douche.
Yep, he knocks that baby down, doesn't he? He's 3 of 7 on 3-pointers. Matter of fact, he's made the only 3-pointers in the game for West Georgia.
Wait a minute now, I'm confused. Okay. Oh, he was laughing with the official. I saw 10 walk to the line.
And Blake will stand back up at the line. He was born, and this which blows my mind, probably you too, I guess, born October 28, 1990.
Kid.
I'd lived a long time. I'd done a lot. Born in El Dorado, Texas. Dorado, Texas. Not Dorado. Dorado.
John Wayne did a Western there,
Yeah,
didn't
he did.
Dean Martin.
The home of Murphy Oil. You go to Walmart to get your gas. Of course, you got to take a bank with you now.
That's okay. I think that's good, though. That's American gas, I'm told.
Yeah.
Murphy gas. It's better than buying some of this gas that these foreigners
They're
have.
turning the spigot on us.
Exactly.
Well, it rained today. Let's raise the price of crude. Oh, it's cold today. Let's raise the price.
Oh, he didn't
of
wrinkle
crude.
at that time.
No, he didn't. He's pissed at you, though.
Yeah, that's all right. I messed him up. Here he comes out to
62-59, and a good one here with 3:09 remaining.
Good
oh,
hand.
yeah, it was.
Good
Excellent hands. That time, Deion Sims tried to slip one through, and it was a turnover. Each team has only turned it over 10 times, and with 2:50 to go, boy, look at Brown.
He's wanting to go that.
Yeah, he was, and they had him double teamed. 62-59, a good one between West Georgia and Harding. There's a huge three.
Wow.
Bradley Spencer buries the three. That's his first three-point goal of the game. 65-59.
Interesting substitution on West Georgia's bringing in Big 40.
Yep.
And sitting their leading scorer down, Cummins.
Yep. Seljack, he's in there. Yep. Now they're going to get
I'm
Cummins.
sorry, he fouled out. I missed that.
There you go.
Sims had fouled out for West Georgia.
Oh, I did too. Yep. Yeah, Duran Gunn with 20 points, 10 rebounds.
Wow.
And that's going to be a bump from behind on Blake. Yep. Ryan Godfrey. You're right, Steve. The two mates from Australia have really added.
They're solid players.
They are.
They're
yeah.
really good in this motion game. Fits them two pretty good. And he's really strong, the Godfrey kid.
Yeah.
Right there, he just an official missed it, but he just threw Blake off to the side.
A big miss, though, at the line. And we didn't jinx him. He'd made 3 of 3. Now it's 3 out of 4. Under the 2-minute mark, a 6-point lead for Harding.
Nothing there. Nothing there.
And somebody's going to reach in on the foul. It's going to be on 24, Justin Cummings. Well, Cummings is the guy we talked about it, Steve, and, we really failed to mention it. One of the top 3 scorers at 13 a game. He's been held to 2 today. 0 for 5 from the floor. And
we really haven't noticed him.
Nope. Big miss front into the 1-and-1 by Brown. He's 2 of 5 at the line after hitting 6 of 7 field goal attempts. 3 bounces around, and a rebound and a foul.
And the call is on who?
Number 40, I think. That's going to be on
I'm going to
Seljack.
tell you, there were 5 white shirts blocking out 5 blue shirts.
Yep.
And he knocked Godfrey down on the block out, and I thought there might have been a call there.
And now that's the 10th team foul, so the Bisons will get the double bonus.
Mr. Jameson hadn't shot a free throw tonight.
Nope.
So I won't say anything about it. So
I think he's been taking lessons from Blake. What do you think?
I think they have to run laps if they touch the rim or something. They shot them better.
Yeah.
The key thing for them is to get the right people on the line.
That's right, like Blake, who's at 10 out of 11.
Right.
And a nice one again. An 8-point lead for Harding with 1:35 remaining.
They can't wait long.
No, they can't. Here's a 3 ball in the air, too strong. Saved in by Gottfried, but picked up by Sam Brown. Well, you know who they want to have it in his hands, that young man there.
We'll let the clock run down.
Yep. And now they foul Blake.
See, they haven't discussed that because the player didn't want to foul.
Right,
there.
you're right.
He didn't mean to.
So Blake will go to the line.
He takes more time to get to the line than anybody I've ever seen.
It's like a batter getting out of the batter's box.
It's part of his ritual.
Yeah.
If say you jinxed him again.
Trying to make it a 9-point lead, and does. 68-59, a minute and change remaining. You're gonna have to start letting it fly, aren't you? Well, you get a layup there. I guess you'll take that, and then the timeout. That was Dion Sims. Of course, Duran is fouled out.
If Harding goes on to win, then that gives us our 2 number 1s and 2 number 2s.
Yep. It does. Yes, indeed.
Right.
That should be an interesting day.
So no upset today.
Nope. But really the only upset, I guess you could say, well, OB and the women's side, OBU beat Valdosta State, and Harding beat UNA, who had been undefeated during the regular season in conference play.
Wow.
And 21-4, I think, on the year.
Wow. Yeah.
So we'll have OBU, Arkansas Tech, and women's action at 12:30. Delta State had to fight off West Alabama to advance. And then they'll take on Harding at 2:45, and then Steve will be with me in the afternoon at 5. Well, you got till 5:30 tomorrow, brother.
Yeah, we'll sleep tomorrow.
Oh, man, I guess they have to ride with Lloyd.
Good luck. You know, the thing that people, if they're just new to this league, we've almost had like 2 leagues, the West and the East.
Right.
So it was hard to compare. We've had so many teams on both sides.
Right.
Got it.
Up, got the
Great
steal. Godfrey going to let the 3 go. And a rebound covered up by Harding, and there's the foul. You're right. I think that's a good thing to discuss because you
talk about North, you know, what we don't say there in beating North Alabama in Harding is that Arkansas Tech and Delta State women are 2 of the top Division II teams in the country on their side. So their record is not going to look as good as the
exactly
East side.
Right.
The best girls basketball by far has been on the West for a number of years.
Right. Matter of fact, I think Lloyd mentioned yesterday, and I believe him, and he would probably know, particularly on the women's side, since the divisions have been formed, the East has never won the women's.
I can't. Yeah. I've been to every one of them, and you're right. They have never won one. And I remember many years when the West would win all 4 first-round ball games.
Yeah, that's right.
With the men.
Yep.
Excuse me.
Oh, that one hanging on the rim.
Brown went up and got that.
Literally was hanging on the rim.
Almost stopped. This is what we talked about in the early ball game. This used to drive me nuts late because they throw it in and they sprint to the bucket and they drive out of control, making you put them constantly on the line, and the clock never moves.
Never moves.
We used to go back and get in that matchup zone and make you pass it around the perimeter to try to find a shot. more to wind the clock than anything else.
Exactly, yeah.
Help us win the game.
Big, great ally. Kevin Brown, a little smile after making that free throw. Perfect on both of those.
Got his rhythm back in.
Yep. 16 points for Brown. 32 seconds remain, and there's the layup.
That took 5 seconds.
Yep, it did, yep. And now Godfrey fouls in the backcourt. Of course, with a new alignment.
Students of the game, and you remember this.
Yep.
I'm sure many people did it, but Valvano was probably the first to start the
intentional
fouling back at 4 and 5 minutes into a game. Those
Yep.
games used to take forever.
Exactly.
Press, foul, shoot threes. Press, foul, shoot threes.
The year Louisville won its national championship in 1986, the last game they lost, of course, was in the regular season, was at NC State against Coach Valvano's team. Charles Jones from Scuba, Mississippi. Great rebounder, couldn't shoot free throws.
Remember him
Fouled him. State won by 1.
Yeah.
Game took forever. Now that was in the old place too, the old tobacco factory.
But I'm saying even our players here, they don't want to start fouling until within the last minute.
Right.
It was always 3 and 4 minutes. It took forever.
That's exactly right.
Don't tie yourself into a 4 or 5 trip ball game. You know, he gave himself 15 trips.
Yep, that's right. Well, they wind it down, and Harding wins it 74-63. But we should tip our cap to West Georgia because they played very, very well tonight.
Very prepared, very well. Sure did.
And